What is up, YouTube? Ryan back with another Minor League Monday. I know this is all of you guys' favorite segment. You guys get up in the morning to start your week to watch this segment. So I'm bringing you guys even more fire today. You guys know who this guy is? He could potentially be the AL Rookie of the Year this year. Well, if you don't recognize the card or his weird-looking signature, that, you guys, is the number 3 overall prospect, Luis Robert. Honestly, I don't think any of us are going to know until the first game this year and we hear his name announced. Like, legitimately. I have people get angry over me saying Robert or Robert, so I just say both. I actually have a buddy in my stream that works with one of the scoreboard people with the White Sox, with one of their minor league teams, and he says it's Robert. So we're going to have to wait just to know for sure. I've been saying Robert because of that, but again, I have no clue. We're going to find out game 1. If you know in the comments 100% if it's Robert or Robert, please let me know. All right, guys, Luis Robert of the Chicago White Sox. Number 3 overall prospect. We already mentioned that. He's a center fielder. He is the most hyped player this season coming in as a rookie. He is the big rookie of 2020, and there is good reason for that. If I had to compare a player to Luis Robert, I honestly think he might be the closest comparison to Mike Trout we have ever seen. As far as size and just athletic ability and just pure raw talent, I think he's the closest thing to Mike Trout we have probably ever seen. The dude is 100% muscle. He is super fast, stupid power, very good on defense, has an incredible arm, and he is extremely fast, guys. Extremely fast, which I have a kind of a little story of how I started collecting him, and I'll get into that in a little while. But just to start with Luis Robert, guys, like why I'm so excited for him, he has a quick swing, and if you guys see these highlights, he literally hits like no doubters, guys. Like he literally looked like he fell over when he swung, and that went over the freaking fence behind the actual fence. So just as far as an overall player, guys, I think Luis Robert is the complete package. I really do. I think he's a true 5-tool player. And as you guys can see, we're on the MLB prospect rankings. He's number 3 on the list. Just to start off a little bit with his grades, he's an overall 65 power, 65 arm, 55 field, 65 run, and 55 hit. So his lowest grade is literally a 55. That's pretty dang impressive. That's a very, very well-rounded player right there as far as the scouts go. And he has the stats to back this up, guys. Like, it's actually ridiculous. And I'm actually going to go over to baseball references for this because it shows a little bit more detail. All right, you guys. Well, let's just start off with why I'm so impressed with him in the first place. And when you're talking about superstars, guys, all the superstars are built right. And this guy is built right. He's 6'3", 210. And honestly, if you see a picture of him, this man looks like he has no fat on his body. He is absolutely jacked. He has muscles on muscles. He is humongous. And at the age 22, it doesn't make sense, honestly. He is freaking jacked. He's out of Cuba. He played in the Cuba League, the Cuba National Series for 4 years, starting at the age of 15. Honestly, he hasn't really been bad. So I want to share my story on why I started collecting him, actually. 2018 Donruss Optic. I pulled his prospect card. Let me zoom that in for you guys just a little bit. I pulled his prospect card out of 2018 Optic. I said, Luis Robert. Well, he's got a really ugly autograph, first of all. I don't know how that says Luis Robert. And second of all, I was like, yeah, he looks athletic. Just from like the appearance of him, he looks like his body type is like an athletic body type. He looks muscular. So I looked him up, and then I came to his Cuban prospect stats, and that brings us to this. And I said, you know what? And this is in 2018, right here. So I was like, he was good in Cuba. At the time, all they said was he has power, but he hasn't really found it. But he's really fast, pretty much, is what the scouting report was in 2018. And then I looked at his 2018 stats, and he got hurt. So he dealt with injuries in 2017 and 2018. Showed promise in 2017, his first year in the minors. And then 2018, he got hurt, came back a couple times, and just kept on dealing with injuries. I can't remember what it was. I think it was like a foot injury or something. I can't remember off the top of my head, but didn't show any power in 2018. So I was like, and this is like, he was hyped, but he wasn't hyped. Like he was, I think like maybe the 10th prospect in the White Sox organization. He was not in the top like 50, I don't even think, as far as overall as pipelines go. So I was just using my intuition in 2018 on this, and I was like, he's fast. I saw he stole 15 bases while being injured in 50 games and only got thrown out 4 times. I was like, okay, so he's going to be able to steal. Like he knows that he's fast. And then I just read that he had power that no one really tapped into. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to hold on to it and see where this goes, honestly. And then I continued in 2018. I pulled a Leaf auto out of 5 of his. And then I pulled, this is now graded, Bowman's Best 9/5/10 prospect auto from Bowman's Best 2018. IPC Luis Robert, guys. And I also have his Arizona Fall League from 2019 here. This is my most recent auto of his. Literally, I didn't even mean to start PCing this guy, honestly. I just came across these cards naturally, and I collect them now because I don't know if you guys have ever experienced it, but you start getting guys and you start rooting for them because you have a bunch of their cards. Luis Robert was that for me, and I just took a gamble on him in 2018 saying, you know what? Maybe he'll be good, you know? I'm going to hold on to and see what happens because he seems promising. Plays in the Arizona Fall League. Only 18 games in the Arizona Fall League. Does very well. 324, 2 home runs. You know, that's very impressive for the Arizona Fall League. Arizona Fall League's the best minor league prospects at a low level. They come and play. So that stat line is very impressive in the Fall League, I think. And then 2019 last year, guys, he absolutely blew up. 328, 376 on base, 624 slugging, and over 1,000 OPS. He does not walk. I think that's his biggest downside. He seems very aggressive at the plate. He struck out 129 times, so he does not. He strikes out way more than he walks, but he hit 32 home runs and he stole 36 bases. So he went 30-30 last year in the minors at 3 different levels. Started at high A, absolutely destroyed it. After 19 games and moving to double A, absolutely destroyed it. Hit 314 with some power, and they were fast tracking him, so they saw success, so they just moved him up to triple A where he got most of his work. Well, I guess he split double A, triple A, but over 47 games, he hit 297 with a 341 on base percentage. Still a 634 slugging at triple A. The dude has extra base hits all over his swing. I actually really enjoy his swing. It's very short, and it's extremely explosive. But I think his swing's great for the MLB guys. I think he's really going to fit in with the Chicago White Sox, and their pipeline and their prospects are just fantastic, along with a bunch of young guys he's going to add to Yohan Moncada, Eloy Jimenez. Who else did they just pick up? Yasmani Grandal. I'm forgetting someone else. Jose Abreu. Like, that lineup is so young and so nasty that Luis Robert's going to fill in nicely. People think he's going to bat 9th this year. I don't see that really lasting just because I see the potential in him. You can't, if he ends up like popping off his rookie year, you can't really keep someone like that in the 9 hole. I see him being a potential leadoff hitter for that team. Kind of like the early years Mike Trout, where he was hitting like first in the lineup but could hit bombs. So just because he plays like a leadoff hitter other than when he hits home runs. So Luis Robert, guys, I included him in this video just because I think this is the last time I'm really gonna be able to. He's gonna be up this year. He's definitely starting on the roster. He's been working out with the White Sox. They've already inserted him into his lineup this year. So I wanted to make a video on him just because I collect him personally. I'm proof to buying someone that I am backing up. You know, I think he's gonna be really good. All right, guys, let's jump into his cards really quick. Like I said, I have a couple of his autographs. I have 4 of his autographs, all just stuff I've either got. I think I got 3 of them in breaks. Yeah. I actually pulled the optic one myself. Other than that, I got the rest in breaks. But obviously, the autographs are special. They're nice to have, except for his autograph's ugly, I think. What I like in most prospects, guys, at an affordable level is always their Bowman Chrome First card. It's the first Topps card that they have. technically says Bowman on it, but that's Topps. And when you're looking at this, you can get some pretty good deals, guys. Like an SGC 10 at $90, I think is a good deal. SGC is less valuable than PSA. As you can see, a PSA 10 sold for $164. But hell, you could buy that, rip it out, and resubmit it to PSA and make money off that if you wanted to. But these cards have actually blown up over this whole quarantine. And I actually think he's pretty overpriced right now as far as just a rookie that hasn't played. I get the hype. I really do. I collect him. I'm very excited for him. But I do think he's a little expensive when it comes to buying graded. So do I think buying graded is a good value? No. A PSA 10, I think, at $160 is definitely overpriced, guys. That's like Acuna numbers for someone that's played in the league and proven themselves to be an absolute all-star. But I don't think buying raw at $30 is a bad deal. I recommend buying raw. $30 raw is definitely fine. If you get anything under than that, that's definitely a win. But $30 looks like the best deal really you're going to get. So I definitely, $27.50 there. I definitely recommend buying this card raw. Obviously, just make sure the corners and the centering is good. The one thing that's nice, though, with 2018 Bowman, the borders are very generic. Like, you can tell the centering is good or not very easily. The only thing I would notice, guys, is they have a white dot up here. This is part of the card. Everything from 2018 has that. I flipped out of my brain when I saw that when I bought a card on eBay. I was like, this dude jipped me, but it's part of the card. Don't let that bother you. You will notice it on some of your 2018 cards, but it's very easy to find the centering. Just make sure the corners and stuff are good, obviously. But I definitely recommend buying his stuff raw, not graded. Like I said, I think he's a little expensive. When it comes to rookie cards, guys, best one I would say right now is probably a Series 2. Like, it's this card right here, and he actually has a short print from opening day that is, if you want to go high end, that's definitely the best. But if you want to go good value that could scale, I think $15 is reasonable. I almost bought at $15 today. I'm still kind of waiting to see where this price ends up. I'm not sure if 15's a lot or not. I feel like it is, just because when you compare it to other cards, it's a little expensive. Like when you compare it to the Tati Series 2 and the Eloy Series 2, like this is actually more expensive for sure. So I'm kind of just waiting on this card to see where it goes. I'm also curious on Topps Update when that comes out later in the year. I think that could end up being his big card. So I'm kind of just waiting on this card right now. And then I want to show you guys his Topps opening day Robert. So this is the opening day card, guys. These have actually gone down in price. They've been selling, when I was looking last, they're selling around $70. So I think $40 for this is a good buy. This is actually a short print in the product. The only way to actually get this was by short print. So it's the same picture. It just says opening day in the bottom. But he was not a part of the normal checklist in this product. He was the short print. So it was very hard to pull this. I can't remember what it was. It's like one in every 100 mega boxes or something. I can't remember, but it's pretty hard to pull. So if you want to go to his high-end rookie card, this is one of them. That's not like a photo variation, obviously. And then, guys, just to show you where his autographs are at, the dude has extremely high prices. This is a raw gold at $2,000, $228 for a graded blue. So I don't know if that's in your budget or not. I know it's not in mine. I'll probably never own one of his Bowman autos, but I just want to show it to you guys. This is a card I have. It's that card. So I just want to show you guys that just for kind of a reference to show that I think he's a little expensive for sure. I think his Topps Tribute's actually pretty affordable. I actually really like the horizontal autos. I know the vertical is like the goal. This is the tier 1. They make, there it is right here. The vertical Tribute, even that's pretty affordable. So I'm probably going to end up picking up one of these at one point. Honestly, I don't know which one it'll be, but I do need a rookie auto of Luis Robert at some point. So I'm probably going to aim towards Tribute because I do think he's pretty fair priced. Like when Judge was a rookie, when Bellinger was a rookie, stuff like that. It was in the hundreds to 150 range. So I don't think Tribute's blown out of the water like some products are, like his prospect stuff. Well, guys, I can talk about Luis Robert literally all day, every day. This is one of my favorite prospects for the last 2 years, 3 years now. Absolutely love him. Dude is built like an absolute truck and can play baseball. So we're going to see what happens here in 2020. I think he's got to be the front runner for AL Rookie of the Year. I'm not sure how all those awards will work with only a 60-game season, but I imagine they're still going to have them. I say buy now on raw cards, guys. I think he's got a decent price, and I think he's only going to go up. But again, with a 60-game season, we don't know. I personally am hoping he kind of has like a mellow rookie year, so his prices fall a little bit, because I'm going to be buying if that happens. But I'm still going to be picking up here and there just to add to my PC. We're going to end the video here, guys. If you guys like this video, if you find it interesting, if you want me to talk about certain prospects, guys, you're buying right now, please let me know in the comments. I appreciate it a lot. And thank you guys for watching. If you guys like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel. And you guys have a wonderful week. I hope I was able to make your Monday a little bit better. I'll be back next week, guys, with episode 4 of Minor League Monday, and I'll catch you guys then. If not, look for my content throughout the week. Thank you, guys. See ya!